estou aqui no segundo Festival Brasileiro de Arrancada do VeloPark. O evento está sendo animal e eu vou mostrar para vocês tudo o que rolou nesse super evento que contou com os melhores carros do Brasil e também com a presença do Daddy Dave e do Murder Nova, dois astros do programa Corridas Proibidas. Então, ó, curte com a gente que o vídeo de hoje tá animal. Okay, hi guys, it's a pleasure to be you guys here. It's amazing for me itself and also for my company, Mirror Horse, to join with Full Tech and VeloPark and bring you guys here. It was freak when Anderson told me that was a possibility to do it back in Maryland. I was just freak out and we trying our best to make it happen. And so I'm trying to not bore you with the same questions that, you know, what do you think about VeloPark?
Yeah. Well, at least we can understand these.
Yeah, no, that's okay. My first question, it will be, you guys developed a new model of race. And this list model of race, it was imported to Brazil from a bunch of places. They create lists and you guys really make it our race scene happen in a different way. So my question is, what came first, the list or the show? You know, you guys already do this list method and how that's developed the racing scene in Oklahoma and in other parts of US.
When did we start filming? Oh, Phantom. When did we start filming? When did we start filming? 13?
Like the entire show?
Yeah.
12. 2012. The pilot was 2012.
The pilot was in 2012.
I was in the scene from 97. Chief started probably 10, 11 years before the show. Before the show, we had the list.
Well, no.
It's pretty close.
No. I came to Oklahoma City around 08, 06. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I came to Oklahoma City around 05, 06, and there was a list like right after I got there. There wasn't a list before I came. No. You guys had started. You guys had started one. There was one cash days in Texas whenever I got into the scene in Oklahoma City. Well, I went to Oklahoma City's first cash days, but I didn't have a car to race in it at that time. So once the cash days started happening, Chief needed a way to figure out who around Oklahoma City had the fastest cars. And whoever was the top 5, 6 of the fastest cars would go represent the 405 in these out-of-state races. And that's why the list was developed.
So that's something that pop up in different places in U.S. and also in Oklahoma.
Because of us?
Yeah, for sure. That's
sure.
Amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. And we see that in Brazil.
Yep.
We start to doing lists, and it's definitely take the drag racing for a different level.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's a good format. It's a good way. I mean, of course, everybody has their own different. You can change a few things up, but the list is the list. You know what I mean? The list is supposed to be the top whatever, 5, 10, I mean, how many ever lists you got of the fastest street racers or racers at that time.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know?
And the show give you guys a projection worldwide, worldwide, so you guys are famous pretty much everywhere. And of course, like everyone that race cars, they used to spend money on that, and now you guys are making money on that. That's a dream.
For sure.
How it was change your life? I mean, how it happens?
It's a full-time job. Doing 2 shows, keeping up with the car, keeping up with family. I got a 14-year-old that's in softball, so you're busy, constantly busy. And then you stack on racing on top of it. So it's a full-time job. And I get paid for my job.
Yeah.
We don't get paid enough, though. I don't care.
We are never get paid enough.
Well, a lot of most famous people are rich. Right. You know what I mean? So you can deal with a little bit more of that if you have the money. You know what I mean? Like I can't go to Walmart. I can't. Which I don't do my own grocery shopping anyways, but if I did happen to go with my wife to the grocery store, I'm still working. You know what I mean? You're never off of work. So the amount that we get paid for working, we're actually working anytime we're in the public. So it definitely has its ups and downs, and nobody could have told us anything that would have prepared us for the life that we live now. And so there's not one of us that can sit here and say that our lives haven't changed, because every one of our lives has changed. I would say for the better. 9 out of 10 of us lives are for the better, you know, and you make the best of it. Who wouldn't want to race for a living? You know, I mean, we're making a living racing. Before, we made a living to race. And now we're making a living to race, you know, we're making a living racing, and, you know, it is a dream, you know, and every once in a while we still have to sit back and remind ourselves this is a dream, this is a dream, this is what we want to do, because sometimes it gets overwhelming, you know. So,
Daddy Dave, back in 2015, you got involved in an accident that, you know, screw your car and almost take your life. It was cinematographic in the all ways that you can realize that. And all race drivers said that life changed in a big accident. And some, they say after a big accident, they became slower. How you do it to come back even faster? What you did? What's the secret?
There's one key part of that whole thing. When that nitrous bottle hit me, it put me to sleep. It knocked me out. I remember nothing. No clue.
No clue?
Nothing. Like when I got out of the hospital, I quickly got another car, started building it, got right back in the seat.
You just sit back and have no memories?
No flashbacks, no nothing.
That's great.
The other good thing that come out of that whole accident is I quit smoking.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so his life did change.
My life did change, they say the first 4 days of trying to quit smoking is the hardest. Well, I was in the hospital, and you couldn't smoke.
Yeah.
So I never picked up another cigarette again.
Perfect.
It's good. And I don't remember it.
Win-win.
I've watched the video 1,000 times. I still don't know what went wrong or why it did what it did. but I got a jacked up shoulder out of it. I quit smoking, and I don't remember it, so I'm good all the way around.
You're definitely good.
Yeah.
And Shawn, what about your first car? What do you drive at first?
What did I drive first?
Yeah, your first car, the car that you learned to drive, you know, the first one.
Oh, my first vehicle ever. 67 Chevy pickup.
67 Chevy pickup.
Yep. Traded a paint job for it. My dad does body work, and that's what he's done my whole life. So, and that's the reason where my love for cars came from. My dad restores old cars, and I used to help him when I was young. So we got a 67 Chevy truck out of a barn. We traded a paint job for it, and that's what I drove all through high school.
Oh, that's great. And what's your favorite car ever? The car that you have, or daily driver, or whatever, but
probably a 55 Chevy.
55 Chevy?
Yeah.
The first is always
yeah, and I have one.
Oh,
I haven't done anything with it for a while. It's a small tire deal.
Yeah.
So.
And about the festival here, I can see you guys, you know, how you guys are enjoying that.
Oh, yeah.
And we hope that you came to VeloPark again, or to Brazil.
We would love to. We'd love to bring our cars.
Yeah, it will be a pleasure for our company to also trying to make it happen sometime. Count on us, because it was great. It's great for sport. It's great for the whole market. It's great for the fans. It's amazing. So thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Racers, é isso aí. Fim do evento, foi sensacional, espero que vocês tenham curtido esse Minuto Performance. Pra gente foi super especial, a gente pôde premiar 2 categorias com 2 prêmios super relevantes e também, pô, curtir, falar com a galera, conhecer gente nova, foi muito legal. Venham pro próximo festival aqui do VeloPark, que vocês não vão se arrepender, beleza? Bom, para falar com a gente é fácil, é só mandar e-mail para contato@metalhorse.com.br ou seguir a gente nas redes sociais, Metal Horse Brasil, no Instagram e no Facebook. Valeu! Racer, você que assiste nossos vídeos no Facebook, não sei se você sabe, mas a gente tem um canal no YouTube. Lá, os vídeos são todos organizados em categoria e você pode também se inscrever para receber as atualizações assim que o vídeo é postado. Então, ó, aproveita e segue a gente lá, youtube.com/metalhorsebrasil. Valeu!